نويت في 40 وتوزلا وتخلوا رياضة تسلك حسبنا الله ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. We're asking support from our Shaykh to send us something that is going to be necessary for us. Dunya and Akhirat. Because there are so many things in this world, in religion, so-called, in tariqat, so-called, that is unnecessary. Everyone is very busy. Very busy. But when there is no connection, when there is no spiritual connection, when there is no connection to the Haqq and to Allah, all our work is nothing. It's useless. You can have that work for 100 years. You can have that work for 800 years, 1,000 years. If you lose that connection, it will become nothing. Are we understanding? History is showing to us, not individually too, bigger than individual. History is showing us Islamic empires, a whole system for the sake of Allah, for the sake of the Prophet, for the sake of the awliya Allah, when they used to believe in the awliya Allah. But when they lose that connection, it becomes thrown to garbage. What about us? What about us individuals with our own individual lives, with our own small individual busy lives in this Ahir of the Ahir Zaman? That in reality we're not contributing to the system. We're not contributing to the system of Haqq. We're just taking. We're taking. Whatever tajalli that is coming down, we're just taking. What are we offering? So we should not get too busy. We should find more time to sit and to think. Finding time to sit and to think and to understand is not saying, one day I will have 1 hour to myself, I'm not doing anything, but I'm going to sit in my room and I'm going to think. That is impossible. Murids are too busy, like I said, these days. But if you want to make the connection, it doesn't matter what kind of activity you are doing. You will have that connection. You can be working and you are thinking. You can be with your family and you're deep in thinking and meditation. You can be going out to work and you are thinking. Especially for murids, your bodies are going to be busy with this dunya, but your heart has to be busy with connecting yourself to Allah, to His Prophet, to your Shaykh, and to whoever that your Shaykh has put there. So many questions I get. How am I going to connect myself to Shaykh Efendi? How am I going to connect myself to Shaykh Efendi now that he is veiled? How am I going to connect myself? Everyone wants to connect. From old days to now, everyone is thinking they're just going to connect directly. But the connector that is there, you're not connecting to the connector. How are you going to connect to the power that is coming from behind? So what is your connection then? Don't say we are asking for anything. We're not asking for anything. This is for you. When you plug in into the wall socket, you are taking the electricity. You're not giving anything, you are taking it. But this is so that for you, you can function. You can function. You can become what it is that you are meant to do. Without that connection, you cannot function. You don't know what it is that you are. You may be the best one, but there is no electricity that is coming to you. You cannot work. And you know this is true. You know there are days when so many of you, you know that you have work that you're supposed to do, and you are good at that work. But there is no connection, you cannot do that work. Something is wrong. There's no battery. Something is wrong. You don't know what is wrong? After all these years, you don't know what is wrong? When you don't know what is wrong, that's showing more how ghaflat, how shaitan and your ego is sitting on you. You're driving a car, or you want to start the car. The car doesn't start. There's something wrong. First thing you check, it's very simple. First thing you check is the gas. Do you have enough gas or no? Is the starter connected or no? You're pushing it. You are turning the key. It's not, there's something wrong there. Everything else is perfect. Sometimes you may even have gas there, correct? But it's just not starting. Are you now going to check the engine? Are you going to now check the everything else about? No, you're going to check to see whether there's no connection. It's not connected. You know, when you put something into the wall socket, you plug something in and it's not working first, you're going to check to see whether the connection is right or not. So now how it can be when things are not working? Now let me tell you, some of you, you know the connection is lost, but you're not fixing the connection. You're not fixing it. You're letting it to be just like that. Or what you're thinking? That now the wall socket is going to run to you, to connect itself to you so that you can get something. Then that time your ego has fooled you again. So you're not getting the juice. You cannot connect. How are you going to do your job now? There's no power. What we're talking about earlier, something very simple. First, with your 5 senses, you have to connect. But you are not. And these days we're not asking you to connect every day, to maybe every few days once. Still there is no connection. How do you connect? When do you connect? When you really need something, then you connect. It's no good. You have to be awake and you have to be aware. So now, the questions that we are getting, how are we going to connect to Shaykh Efendi? We feel shy speaking about it because we spoke about it so many times. What is it? And today, we don't feel like speaking about that, because every time we speak, we put you under that responsibility. And if you're responsible and you know and you don't do, it's going to be heavy for you. So we're not going to put that responsibility. These are very heavy times for this dunya. These are very heavy times for the defenders of faith. These are very heavy times for those who are running in the way of SahibulSaif. But he is always there, and he is always sending us his support if we connect. If we are not, it's not going to work. It didn't help Abu Lahab, it didn't help Abu Jahl. They had the mercy to the nations right in front of them, mercy to the universes right in front of them, mercy to the whole of creation, the Holy Prophet ﷺ, but they did not connect to him. It didn't help him. It didn't help them at all. So first with the five senses. When your five senses are working, then it's going to inform your heart, then that kind of spiritual connection. What spiritual connection? Spiritual connection is to know what is happening 1,000 miles away. What is necessary and what is not necessary. So, inshallah, may Allah forgive me and bless you. We should check to see what is wrong. We should fix it. You're leaving it, leave it. I can leave it too. And when we leave it, you're not going to like it. Because later you come around and you wake up from your ghaflat, and you wake up from your tricks of rebelliousness and disobedience, and you say, I'm ready now. We may say to you, you're ready? Good. I was ready, but now I'm not ready. Now you wait. May Allah forgive me and bless you. Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum.